phonogram cards that come with the spell to write and read. The cursive first also comes with a cursive version of these, but I'm going to go ahead and use the manuscript, and I just think it's easier to use with the kids. Even though they're learning cursive for the chanting portion, I just go ahead and use this because that's what they learn to read with too. So you can see that the very front has the phonogram really big on it, and in the back it's got the sound, and then it's got a word that goes with it to show you what the sound is saying. So it's pretty awesome, very user-friendly, and I'm just going to show you how I do it. Very basic. I'm not going to go through as much as I probably would in the chanting videos with the subscription, but you should be able to put it together with what I'm going to give you. And just make sure to put some rhythm with it, if you can think of little chants to go with them. If there's a spelling rule that goes with the particular multi-letter phonogram, go ahead and throw that in there with it, and just play with it. So the purpose is to have a lot of fun, but get them to memorize these, and you want to just continue to go through them all the time. So let's go ahead. R, J, W, M, V, S, Z, F, E, O, K, I, U, B. Something that I forgot to mention at the very beginning is if you're working with kindergarten, you're not going to go to the multi-letter phonograms unless you come upon them as you're reading, and then you're not going to chant those. But when you're working with kindergarten, on the single letter phonograms, you want to use your fingers. You want to do this slower. I'm going pretty fast for you, but you want to say H says one sound. Now that one is not a good example because you want to show them that they're not going to use their voice and they're just going to say, but you want to show them one sound. With the U, you would say U says three sounds, U, and you want to show them that, and you want to go pretty slow with it and help make sure that they understand that U is saying three sounds. So continuing on. Two-letter that we may not use at the end of English words. Why? Because English words do not end in I, V, U, or J. Ch, three-letter ch. I, three-letter I. N, two-letter n. Use both at the beginning and the end of a base word. O, oo, ow. Sh. Used at the beginning of any syllable. I'm saying the wrong word. Used at the beginning of a word at the end of a syllable, but not at the beginning of any syllable after the first one, except for the ending ship. This one may seem like it's really difficult for them, and at first you'll hear them kind of like murmuring it. Ship. That's okay. Just keep saying it, keep saying it, keep saying it. Eventually they will master it. So don't worry about that. Sh, short sh. Used at the beginning of any syllable after the first one. A, four-letter A. Yeah, E, I. O, two-letter O. Z. A, Ooh, the oo of fruit that we may not use at the end of English words. Why? Because English words do not end in I, V, U, or J. X. Or, the or of Lord. Ow, o, oo, E, a. Two-letter r. Used only at the beginning of a base word. Earthy, of church. A, two-letter A that we may use at the end of English words. A, two-letter A that we may not use at the end of English words. Why? Because English words do not end in I, V, U, or J. Ch, k, sh. E, I, but it is spelled I-E. Sh, zh. Used at the beginning of any syllable after the first one. Nasal ng. Oi, two-letter oi that we may not use at the end of English words. Why? Because English words do not end in I, V, U, or J. R, the R of car. The W of whisper. O, the O of toe. K, two-letter K, used only after a single vowel which says eh, it, ed, past tense ending. The, first. E-A, the key is to obey, that we may use at the end of English words. Oi, two-letter oi, that we may use at the end of English words. The, of her, the most commonly used E-double-E always says E. O, the. We're the word of worship. I just want to point out with this one that there are arguments for why you would not say the W sound with this, which is why it is kind of not showing up. And that is, when you put the W with the OR, it makes the sound. It says were. I personally think that is confusing. So to me, I mean, if you're going to say the word worship, it's going to have the W in it. The word has the W in it. So to me, it just makes sense to teach it word, the word of worship. But you can do it how you wish to do it. That's just how I teach it. J, three-letter J, used only after a single vowel, which says it, Ooh, you threw up. Kids came up with that one. That we may use at the end of English words. Two-letter that we may use at the end of English words. E-A, that we may not use at the end of English words. We have a little saying that goes after that one, but it doesn't really work with the if. And honestly, for younger kids, you can just teach E-A. And that's that we may use at the end of English words. E-Y, the phonogram E-Y is the same one. The key is to obey. This one's E-A. Bride receives the bell is what we had, receives the bell. But it's a little confusing. So if you're teaching the E-Y and the E-I next to each other, I think that's a little easier to show. They make the same two sounds. One can be used at the end of English words with the Y and the other cannot. So I think that's the easiest way to show those. D, G, J, O, U. Qua, Q is always followed by U, and U is not a vowel here. Two-letter N, two-letter N, used only at the beginning of a base word. Sh, tall sh, used at the beginning of any syllable after the first one. The of early. Ow, oh, plow that snow. We had another one that was, I believe, added with a different program, which is chur, because it's easier to just say chur than your. Just say chur. Rapture, capture, just so much easier. Just makes so much more sense. And then the other one that we added was ing, I-N-G, ing, instead of trying to teach ing. That's, yeah, just make it ing. So that's pretty much what I have for you. Have fun, chant, chant, chant. Remember to just keep going over them. Even if your child doesn't have it perfectly right away, that's okay. Just remember, we don't expect them to master these until 5th grade. So you have plenty of time if you're first starting out. If you're first starting out in 5th grade and you're just doing these, don't worry about it either, because if they already have a basic reading knowledge, spelling knowledge, they're actually going to pick it up really quick. This will just refine what they know. So have a great, remember, education is lots of fun. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.